Welcome to the YouTube channel Last Minute Preparation. So in this video, you'll understand how to find the determinants for different types of matrices. That is for a 1 cross 1 matrix, for a 2 cross 2 matrix, and also for a 3 cross 3 matrix. Right? So let's get started.
पढ़ाई लिखाई में ध्यान लगाओ, IAS बनो और देश को संभालो।
So firstly, let us not forget that determinants are only possible with square matrices. You just can't find a determinant for a rectangular matrix or any different types of matrix other than a square matrix. That is when you can only find a determinant for those matrices where the number of rows are equal to the number of columns, right? So determinants are possible for those matrices where the number of rows are equal to number of columns, right? So now let us find the determinants for different types of matrices. So starting off with the 1 cross 1 matrix. So determinant for a 1 cross 1 matrix. This is one of the most simplest concepts in finding the determinant, because the element in a 1 cross 1 matrix is itself the determinant here, right? So let us take a matrix M, and let us say it has an element 9, because it has a single element, because it is a 1 cross 1 matrix. So the determinant of the matrix M will be equal to 9. So if you wanted to find the determinant of any matrices or any matrix, you have to keep that matrix in this parallel lines. So here the matrix M is placed in this two parallel lines, which means that the determinant of matrix M is equal to this value 9, right? So you represent determinant using this parallel lines. So if you wanted to find the determinant for a 2 cross 2 matrix now, this is a little bit complex compared to 1 cross 1 matrix, but it is easy. So let us take a matrix M, and let us say it has elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you wanted to find the determinant, we keep this matrix M in between parallel lines, which represent that you're finding the determinant of it. If you take these elements as equal to so if you represent the same matrix in an elemental form, so the same matrix can be represented like this, where 1 represents x11 and x12 represents 2, x21 represents 3, and x22 represents 4. So here what we generally do is that to find the determinant for a 2 cross 2 matrix, you multiply x11 and x22, x11 and x22 is multiplied, and this product is now subtracted by the product of x21 times x12. So this will give you the determinant of the matrix M, right? So for finding the determinant for the matrix M, so first you have to multiply 1 into 4, that is x1, the x11 element into x22 element, that is 1 times 4. So 1 into 4 minus, you have to subtract the x21 element, you have to subtract the product of x21 element and x12 element, that is 3 times 2, 3 into 2. So this will give you the resultant of the matrix. So this will give you the resultant of the determinant matrix, that is 4 minus 6, which is equal to minus 2. So the determinant of this matrix M is equal to minus 2. Right? So now let us find the determinant for a 3 cross 3 matrix. for a 3 cross 3 matrix. This is a little bit more confusing compared to a 2 by 2 matrix. So this matrix, so this here, or x11 into x22 minus x21 into x12 is called as a cofactor. Cofactor of the matrix M, right? Similarly, for a 3 cross 3 matrix, so let us take a 3 cross 3 matrix M, and let it have some random elements like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So let us represent the same matrix like this: x11, x21, x12, x13, x21, x22, x23, x31, x32, x33, right? So if you wanted to find the determinant of a 3 cross 3 matrix, what you'll have to first do is that you'll have to choose a row or a column from this matrix. You can choose any row, you can choose any column, it is up to your wish. And you'll have to find the cofactor of that matrix. You'll have to. So first you have to choose a row or a column. Let's say I chose this first row, and after I chose this first row, for every element in this row, say for example if I take x11 element, I'll have to find the cofactor matrix of this element x11, and after finding the cofactor matrix, I'll have to multiply it with x11, and I have to do the same process for the rest of the elements. I have to do it for x12, where I have to find the cofactor matrix of x12 element and then multiply that with x12, and I'll also have to find the cofactor matrix of x13, and I'll have to multiply the cofactor matrix with x13, and then the sum of this will give me the determinant of the matrix M, right? So we'll represent this in a general form. So firstly, if you wanted to find the cofactor matrix of 1, you'll have to first take minus 1 raised to the power I plus j, where I represents the row number and j represents the column number. Say I chose the first row, and in the first row I'm choosing this first element x11. Here the value of I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1. That is equal to, that this element x11 is in the first row and is in the first column. So this will give me the sign convention. So it is very necessary. In most of the cases they don't tell why you use this, but it is necessary to understand why we have a plus sign here, why we have a minus sign here, and why we have a plus sign here. To understand why we have alternate plus and minus signs, this concept is very important, right? So you take into the element x11. Now you'll have to find the cofactor matrix of this element x11. So if you wanted to find the cofactor matrix, you'll have to ignore the entire row and entire column of that element, and the leftover matrix will give you the cofactor matrix. So here it is x22 into x33 minus x23 into x32, sorry. So similarly, now we wanted to find it for x12 element, right? So minus 1 into I plus j. Here I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2, and we have to multiply it with this element x12 and find the cofactor of this matrix. Cofactor of x12. So for that you'll have to ignore the first row, and the leftover matrix will give you the cofactor matrix. So it is equal to x21 into x33, this into this, minus x31 into x23, right? x31 into x23. Similarly, now we'll have to also find it for the third element, that is x13. So for the third element, minus 1 into I plus j into the element itself. Now you'll have to find the cofactor matrix of this element. So you'll have to ignore this row and ignore this column, and the leftover matrix will give you the cofactor matrix. So that is equal to x21 into x32 minus this one, x31 into x22. So solving this will give me the determinant of the matrix, right? So now you understand why we have this alternate positive and negative sign, because of this thing. Conventionally, you take the first element in the matrix will be positive, and alternate element from there will be negative, both the sides. So, but people generally, you don't understand why you have to take the first element as positive. It is because of this thing, right? So now let us find the determinant of this matrix M by using this concept. So let us first write down this matrix: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you wanted to find the determinant of this matrix. So here, so the determinant of this matrix M will be equal to minus 1 times I plus j. Here it belongs, element 1 will be is in the first row and first column. That is 1 plus 1 into x11, the element itself, right? So 1 into the cofactor matrix. That is, you have to ignore this first row and first column and find the cofactor. So 9 into 5 minus 8 into 6, right? So similarly, for this element 2, right, plus minus 1 into this element is in the first row, the second column. So now we have to find multiply this element and find this cofactor of and you have to find the cofactor matrix of this element 2. So that is equal to 9 times 4 minus 7 times 6, right? Similarly, minus 1 into I plus j. Now we have to find for this third element. Okay. So that is equal to minus 1 into I plus j. It belongs to first row and then the third column. Multiply that element. Now we have to find the cofactor of this element. So ignore this first row and ignore this first column. The leftover matrix will be the cofactor matrix. So that is 4 times 8 minus 7 times 5. Right? So solving this will give me the determinant of this matrix, and yeah, let us solve it. So minus 1 into, so minus 1 whole square will become a positive 1 into 9 5 is 45 minus 48, so it is minus 3, right, plus minus 1 raised to the power 3 is negative 1, so I'll have a negative 1 here, into 2 times into 9 4s are 36 minus 42, negative 6, plus minus 1 raised to the power 4 is a positive number, that it will become 1 into 3 into 8 times 4 is 32 minus 7 times 5 is 35, so this will be negative 3, right? So solving this further, minus 3 plus 12, 3 into 3 is 9 and you have a negative sign there, so that is equal to minus 9. So the determinant of this matrix will be equal to 12 minus 12, which is equal to 0. So the determinant of this matrix M is equal to 0,